Ferrari reserve Oliver Bearman may get another shot to race the SF24, with the Scuderia unsure whether regular pilot Carlos Sainz might return for the Australian Grand Prix. Sainz was hospitalized with appendicitis ahead of final practice in Saudi Arabia, forcing Bearman to step up and make his Grand Prix debut with limited preparation. The Brit, though, impressed with a standout drive to 7th. But while Sainz was back in Ferrari's garage less than 24 hours after his operation, the squad isn't predicting where he'll return to race. This weekend has taught us that if the need arises again, we have a reserve driver who is very much up to the task, said team principal Frédéric Vasseur. McLaren's Lando Norris escaped penalty for his car moving ahead of the start in Saudi Arabia, with the stewards explaining the FIA's approved and supplied transponder simply did not indicate a jump start. I just went a little bit and then tried stopping again, and then went again, he said. But overall, I lost. I didn't gain anything from it. Flying Finn Valtteri Bottas was the last driver to be cleared of a jump start, with the then Mercedes driver escaping sanction at the 2020 Hungarian Grand Prix, though he lost 4 places at the start in correcting. Mercedes technical director James Allison says the Silver Squad is on a journey of discovery across 2024's opening races as it seeks to solve its weaknesses and close down the gap to the front. Mercedes drivers George Russell and Sir Lewis Hamilton were mired in F1's midfield in Bahrain, where the W15 overheated, and Saudi Arabia, where it struggled with high-speed corners. But Allison says the squad is going back to basics to learn the new car's needs.
All of these early season tracks are a voyage of discovery. We absolutely didn't get the best from the car in Bahrain. The understeer that we had, specifically or especially with the hard tyre, cost us dearly. The overheating added another 10-12 seconds worth of penalty to our race. So our focus for these next couple is to arrive in Jeddah and then in turn in Melbourne with setups that we hope will suit the particular needs of those tracks, with upgrades that we hope to bring from the factory to sort of boost our chances further.
Two-time F1 world champion Fernando Alonso says he's set to make a decision on his future beyond 2024 within the next few weeks or events, but needs a shot at winning if he's to continue racing. Alonso is in his final year of his 2-year contract with Aston Martin, but while he has the luxury of 2 top seats to potentially choose from as an available world champion, including Mercedes, the Spaniard wants to first make sure that he can give 100%. However, should he continue, Alonso doesn't just want to be a Formula One driver, travel around the world and feel cool. If I commit, it's because I truly believe that there is a possibility of winning races, he said. Alonso had a fantastic first year with Aston Martin, scoring 8 podiums, 6 alone in the opening 8 races. RB team boss Laurent Mekies hopes Yuki Tsunoda can take another step forward this season, boosted in his 4th year of F1 by having a multiple race-winning driver alongside him in Daniel Ricciardo. Tsunoda has been a fast but highly strung presence on track in F1 since arriving in 2021, with the Japanese driver finishing 15th in Saudi Arabia ahead of Ricciardo. But Mekies, in an interview with F1's official podcast Beyond the Grid, says he can still make gains.
Yuki, he has been surprising everyone in the F1 world in year 1, in year 2, in year 3. We think if he does another step, after 4 years of steps, you are starting to talk about very serious level. And to measure that steps, we have a guy like Daniel, hopefully in his best form. We think that will be in his best form. And therefore, what we are looking from Yuki is that he does that one more step.
F1 engineering veteran Bob Bell is the latest signing at Aston Martin, with the 65-year-old joining the Green squad as executive director, reporting to team boss Mike Crack. Bell, who is best known for his time with Renault, now Alpine, including as technical director during its title-winning years in 2005 and 2006, will take on overall responsibility for technical, engineering, and performance functions across the team. The scale and ambition of this project is highly motivating. I am a racer, and I see the hunger and determination powering this team, said Bell. Red Bull's legendary Chief Technical Officer Adrian Newey says the RB20 is simply the third evolution of 2022's RB18, not the sweeping revolution that everyone in F1 wants to anoint it. The outfit continues to dominate in 2024, with Max Verstappen leading Sergio Perez home for the team's second straight 1-2 result in Saudi Arabia. But while his car turned heads from the launch, Newey, in a chat with official podcast F1 Nation, says it's a logical progression.
The underlying architecture of the car is the third generation evolution of what started as RB18, where we carry everything, apart from the radiators, they've changed, but apart from that, where we carry everything, the layout of the front suspension, the rear suspension, the gearbox, the casing, etc. That's just a third evolution.
Aston Martin's influence went well beyond the track in Saudi Arabia, with its driver ambassador Jessica Hawkins becoming the first female to pilot a new era F1 car in the kingdom. Hawkins, 29, strapped into the squad's 2022 car, the AMR22, and took to the streets of the Riyadh Boulevard Entertainment Center as a nod to title partner, Saudi firm Aramco. Hawkins and the Green Team's F1 Academy driver Tina Hausman also launched a new karting initiative that is targeted at bringing more females into motorsport within the kingdom and beyond. And the British racing driver was thrilled with the mark that the squad is making in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East.
It just also says the work that's going on behind the scenes to make things like this happen. And it just proving that we're making steps and we're leaving positive marks where we're racing in Formula One, and Aston Martin, Aramco Formula One team have been a huge driving force behind that.
Jeddah's Corniche was the center of F1 action last weekend, but Saudi Arabia also unveiled even bigger plans for the nation's future race venue in Qiddiya. The 21-turn Mario Kart-style circuit, which is set to host the race from 2028, will include a 20-story incline to its LED-illuminated Turn 1, dubbed Blade. Designed by Herman Tilke, with input from GPDA President Alex Wurz, fans will watch the race from viewing platforms, not grandstands, with a roller coaster flanking the track. Qiddiya is an $8 billion, 334 square kilometer project located around 45 kilometers from Saudi Arabia capital Riyadh that is aiming to become an entertainment, sports, and arts epicenter. Audi has put paid to swirling questions surrounding its F1 entry in 2026, with news it is set to complete its takeover of Sauber. Audi announced it would enter the pinnacle of motorsport at the 2022 Belgian Grand Prix, following confirmation of the 2026 power unit technical regulations.
F1 did change the rules in a way that we can enter with a very high electric part of the powertrain with renewable fuels, and Formula One have installed a cost cap that makes it very attractive for us to enter now.
But rumors of a potential U-turn began after Gernot Dollner replaced Markus Duesmann as CEO, with recent suggestions that Chief Technical Officer Oliver Hoffmann was set to be ousted. Instead, Audi is now on track to complete its transaction, with the group set to realize a 100% takeover of Sauber. With Hoffmann appointed director above CEO Andreas Seidel. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.